It's a bad start to the weekend on the road. In one city, 3 crashes in a matter of hours.
Days after Pope Leo shared his concerns about the Trump administration's immigration policies, local religious leaders are taking his message to heart.
And while the mountains may be seeing some snow, here in Denver, we're still asking, when is it our turn?
9 News at 5 starts right now.
At least 6 people are in the hospital tonight, including a child, after 3 different crashes that all happened within just a few hours of each other. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Jennifer Meckles.
And I'm Mark Salinger. Aurora police say they responded to those crashes in quick succession late last night and early this morning. The first crash involved 3 vehicles and sent 2 people to the hospital. Police then responded to the same spot for a second time this morning for a 2-vehicle crash. We're told 3 adults and 1 child were taken to the hospital with some serious life-threatening injuries there.
Aurora police shared this photo of the 3rd crash, was shut down Parker Road east of 225. Officers say miraculously nobody got hurt. It was a 3-vehicle crash, and they're just asking drivers after all this, please slow down and pay attention to the roads.
A convicted murderer will now spend more than 40 additional years in prison after killing another inmate at the Lyman Correctional Facility. Officials tell us Arthur Price pleaded guilty to several charges, including second-degree murder in the 2023 killing of a 65-year-old inmate. Price was 12 years into his 36-year sentence for a different murder at the time. He'll now remain in prison until 2082.
When the Pope speaks, more than just Catholics listen. American-born Pope Leo just this week backed the U.S. Conference of Bishops' decision to oppose indiscriminate mass deportation of immigrants carried out by the Trump administration. Today, local church leaders brought the Pope's message of dignity for migrants to Colorado's only federal immigration detention center. 9 News reporter Ria Jha reports from outside the ICE facility in Aurora.
We're at the Aurora ICE detention facility. It's a place at the core of a number of lawsuits and national debate over its detention practices. But today, people from all walks of life came here not to protest, but to pray.
Our baptism does not stop at the border.
Faith.
We have a responsibility to each other.
Is what brought people here today.
This was an experience for us as the Catholic community to say we are in solidarity and that Jesus is represented here in the suffering of those at the margins, at the peripheries, and in places like this, in this detention center.
Around the perimeter of the Aurora ICE detention facility.
We are praying the Stations of the Cross.
Our Father, who art in heaven.
They paused for prayer 15 times.
We wanted to be here in the hopes that our sisters and brothers behind us, could hear our prayers, and know that we are here with them.
People walked outside because they felt an obligation to the people detained inside.
So it's up to us who do have status, who are citizens, and who live in faith, to be here to accompany them.
When I came as a student, I was documented and worked step by step to become an American citizen, and it was very important for me that they would get the opportunity that I got.
Following the Catholic Church's leadership, calling for migrants to be treated with dignity.
Pope Leo has been very vocal about this, so have the bishops in just recent days, on how we as a church must preach and must be a visible sign on the dignity of every single human being.
I think it's the best thing to hold that cross, and yes, a special connection with God, asking Him, please help them.
Faith is what brought people here. Faith is also what people left with.
I am moved. I look at this crowd, and I know many of them, are all over the ideological spectrum. I know that for sure. And it's this one thing that's uniting us, and that they've come is a sign of hope for me.
In Aurora, Ria Jha, 9 News.
All right, let's get you outside on a Saturday evening, looking down at the Christmas lights on Auraria campus. Tivoli Quad, new spot this year for Chris Kindle Market and the Mile High Tree. And a pretty pleasant night as far as I see so far, Corey, but maybe a little different up in the mountains?
Yeah, I mean, it's still beautiful up there, but you'll notice a little bit more snow. So we're still waiting for that down here, and it's probably going to be at least another 7 days before we see any. But look at this Loveland Valley up here. They've been getting at least a few dustings of snow every once in a while up in the mountains. So Still a beautiful scene there tonight. And we've got another storm coming. This is the low pressure system out here hanging out just south of Southern California there. That's going to be moving up into Colorado tomorrow morning. And we've got a few winter weather advisories down in the southern part of the state. The San Juan's looking at a good 3 to 10 inches. Telluride and Lake City are involved in that. That's going to go on all day tomorrow. But here in the city, we won't get too much. We'll get a little bit of wind, just breezy conditions, some cloud cover, but we're still going to be mild. A very nice looking day coming up here on Monday, just a little bit on the breezy side. And then we get a little bit of an Arctic cold front. This will definitely probably be our coldest air that we've seen so far this year, but it's most likely going to be dry. So no snow for us in the forecast until next weekend. So it looks like our wait for that first snow here in Denver is going to go on for another 7 days.
Corey, thank you. The cleanup continues in Jamaica nearly a month after Hurricane Melissa hit the island. A group of Coloradans will soon join that relief effort now.
9 News reporter Evan Krugel has more on their connection to the island. Evan?
Yeah, Jenny, Dr. Richard Cross lives in Boulder, but he's been volunteering in Jamaica for nearly 3 decades, providing glasses and eye care for low-income families on the western side of the island. On Tuesday, he'll return to help again, but this time in a different way.
We got to weigh the tools.
Packing for a trip can be stressful.
So I'm going to have to put this in my carry-on.
For Dr. Richard Cross, every pound matters.
So we're zeroed. Just set that on top.
Because every bit of space could mean help for someone in Jamaica who's lost everything.
So we're taking it directly to the locations that we know are in need.
Dr. Cross is a Boulder-based optometrist who's been taking volunteer trips to Jamaica for nearly 30 years to help low-income Jamaicans with eye care. Tuesday, he'll join a small group of volunteers who will head to Jamaica once again. But this trip will be different after Hurricane Melissa pounded the island in October.
It was very disheartening because a lot of our patients are now homeless, and we've changed gears from going down and providing eyeglasses and surgery to providing humanitarian relief. And so we're bringing toiletries, we're bringing medicine, we're bringing food.
It will also be his first look at the 3 small clinics they operate near Montego Bay.
I'm anxious about what remains of our clinics, and I'm hoping that even though the images that people have sent of the clinic are bad, I'm hoping that we find that more of the equipment was spared.
Dr. Cross hopes to see patients again by spring, but for the time being, hopes every bag they bring can make a difference. The Eye Health Institute is accepting donations through the Colorado Gives Foundation. Mark, Jenny, they hope to resume those eye care visits in Jamaica either in March or April.
Very important work. Hopefully they can get some help whenever they're down there too. Thank you, Evan, and safe travels to them.
Back here in Colorado, if you're looking to help with our 9 Cares Colorado Shares Drive, you can scan the QR code on your screen right now. We're quite close to our goal of $750,000 raised. So far, we're at $710,000. Thank you to everybody who's donated. That's enough for more than 2 million meals for people in need. If you'd like to donate, you can scan the QR code on your screen, or you can donate when checking out at King Soopers.